with the indulgence of Congressman Asidre, the chair would like to recognize Senior Deputy Speaker Don Gonzales.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Attorney Lopez, would you please, national security is for intelligence funds. Confidential funds are related to the mandate of the civil agency. Can you differentiate between the two, ma'am? Magkaiba po yata itong dalawang ito.
Your Honor, just a moment. According to Joint Circular, Your Honor, number 2015-01, confidential expenses refer to those expenses pertaining or related to surveillance activities in civilian government agencies that are intended to support the mandate or operations of the agency, Your Honor.
But the joint circular differentiates these very well. That's why both funds have different provisions and basis. Ma'am, di ba tama? Kaya magkaiba po yung dalawang yan. Based on the joint circular. That's why confidential fund is for civil agencies and intelligence fund is only for intelligence
For uniform.
practitioners.
Oh, yes, Your Honor. The law provides that intelligence expenses refer to those related to intelligence information gathering of uniformed and military personnel and intelligence practitioners.
Koa, do you confirm on the difference po? You agree on my questions to COS, Attorney Lopez?
Mr. Chair, the difference between Intel Fund and confidential
Confidential funds, yeah.
Yes, Mr. Chair, we agree that Intel Fund is for national security and confidential funds are intended to support the mandate or operations of the agency.
Civil agencies.
Civilian, yes,
Civilian
Mr. Chair.
agencies. So they are different.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay na po, Attorney, COS? At least na-confirm ko po sa COA ang differentiation of the two.
Thank you. The chair would like to recognize the Honorable Jude Asidre.
Maraming salamat, Mr. Chair. Nais ko po magtanong ulit kay Attorney Lopez. Attorney Lopez, kumusta po kayo?
Not. My back hurts, Your Honor.
May katanungan lang po ako, Mr. Chair, Attorney Lopez. Una po, natanong na po ito kanina ni Kong ako, pero ulitin ko lang po for the record. Personal niyo pong kakilala si Ginang Gina Acosta.
Personal? Yes, Your Honor. And,
Matagal niyo na po ba siyang kakilala?
kakilala ko po siya dahil she also was with the city government of Davao.
Sa anong kapasidad po siya konektado sa city government Davao?
She was with the city budget office, I understand, Your Honor.
At that time, you were city administrator. Matagal niyo na po ba siyang kakilala?
Professionally, yes, Your Honor, matagal na po.
So, sa tingin niyo po, pagkakaalam niyo po, paano kaya napili si Ginang Acosta bilang SDO? Kasi I'm sure there must be a reason for you to have chosen her from Davao LGU and bring her to the office of the Vice President.
Your Honor, I did not choose her as SDO.
I mean, to your knowledge, why was she chosen? I'm sure it was intimated to sa inyo bilang Chief of Staff, having supervision.
No, Your Honor, it was not at all intimated.
So it was
to
not
me.
your decision to choose her as SDO.
I was not the one, Your Honor, for the record, to designate Ms. Acosta.
Were you ever consulted or asked whether she is the best person to be selected as designated as SDO?
No, Your Honor, I was not consulted.
Whose decision was it to make her SDO?
The person who The designating officer was the head of agency, Your Honor.
In this case, is the Vice President, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
So are you saying for the record that it was the Vice President who personally chose Gina Acosta to be the special disbursing officer for the confidential funds in the office of the Vice President? Yes or no?
Yes, Your
Yes.
Honor. That was the designation.
Naalala niyo po ba anong plantilla position ni Gina Acosta?
For the moment, let me confer with Direct. Okay. Your Honor, Ms. Acosta is Vice Presidential Officer, Staff Officer 6.
Okay. Salary grade? Mr. Chair?
Salary grade 24.
Sa iyong pagkakakilala, meron bang experience o qualification si Ginang Acosta para maging SDO ng VP? Sakasali lang to give us, you're the closest to the Vice President in the room right now. So just to have an understanding of whether the Vice President saw something in Gina Acosta for her to be qualified as SDO.
Your Honor, I cannot answer for the Vice President.
But do you think, that's why I'm asking, sa inyong pagkakaalam, sa inyong pagkakakilala sa kanya, meron bang experience o qualification si Ginang Acosta na sa tingin niyo po, dapat sa kanya maging SDO? I'm sure as head of office, I mean as chief of staff.
I can only answer, Your Honor, for the functions that she does for the Office of the Chief of Staff, not as SDO.
So you never had any control over her as SDO?
None, Your Honor.
Eto po, dati ho kayong city administrator.
That
When you were city administrator, may confidential funds din po ang city government of Davao.
yes,
That
Your
is on
Honor.
record, di ba?
Yes, that was
Okay.
presented also this morning, a while ago.
Para lang ma-refresh ang memory ng ating mga miyembro ng komite at ng taong bayan, ano po bang SDO? Anong qualifications ng SDO po, ma'am? Sa inyong pagkakaalam po.
Your Honor, I have no idea what are the qualifications, but maybe the finance cluster because
Can we ask the Treasury to give us Mr. Chair? Just to refresh our memory or
Attorney.
our understanding. Attorney Sanchez.
Attorney Sanchez? Would you know?
Mr. Chair, based on the circular, wala pong specific qualifications na indicated. But based also on the circular, there are duties to be performed by the SDO. So the SDO to be appointed should be able to have the qualifications to perform the duties indicated in the circular.
At kasama po dito, attorney, yung tinatawag nating trust and confidence.
Yes, Mr. Chair, that is not, although that is not indicated in the circular.
In practice, it is.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
But would you also understand that trust and confidence, would you also agree that trust and confidence need to be balanced with accountability at, of course, the competence to be able to carry out the function?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Dito, pangalawang tanong po, balik ako kay Attorney Lopez. Kilala niyo po ba si Edward Fajarda?
kilala ko po, Your Honor.
Matagal niyo to po ba siyang kakilala, ma'am?
Hindi po.
Paano niyo po siya nakilala?
I only know Mr. Fajarda as the spouse of Attorney Sunshine Fajarda.
So hindi niyo may alam po ba kayo kung paano napili si Edward Fajarda bilang SDO?
Hindi, I have no personal knowledge, Your Honor.
So hindi niyo alam kung paano pinipili ang tao pero alam niyo po kung paano tinatanggal ang tao sa Office of the Secretary ng Department of Education?
Your Honor, as explained early on this afternoon, that was a task that was given to me by the Vice President, who was then the Secretary of Education.
So would you confirm that there are specific tasks that were given to you, including dismissing officials of the Department of Education for the Vice President, even if you were not connected in any way with with the Department of Education?
Yes, Your Honor, that has happened.
Okay. So hindi nyo rin alam kung ano ang plantilla position ni Edward Farda?
Hindi po.
Hindi nyo rin alam kung may qualifications ba or meron bang experience si Edward Farda para maging SDO?
Hindi po. I have no knowledge.
Alam mo, Mr. Chair, ang bilis magtiwala ng Office of the Vice President, no? Ilang milyon, pero hindi kakilala. Ito na lang, siguro kakilala nyo po Attorney Lopez. Kilala nyo po ba si Shine Farda?
At Attorney Sunshine Fajarda, yes.
Matagal nyo po ba siyang kakilala?
Attorney Sunshine is also one of the... Oo, matagal ko na po siyang kilala. Empleyado po siya din ng local government.
Sa pagkakaalam nyo po, at based sa dahil matagal na magkakilala, malapit po ba sa isang personal na rason, for personal reasons, si Attorney Shine sa head of agency, sa pangalawang Pangulo?
I cannot comment on their personal relationship, but professionally, yes, Your Honor. I think their proximity because of professional, the work that Attorney Sunshine does.
Alam nyo ho, ang tinitignan ko po dito, Attorney Lopez, kanina nyo po sinasabi na compartmentalized madalas ang instructions ng pangalawang Pangulo. Tama po ba? Kanina, mula kahapon, kanina nakita ko sa social media, merong mga kumakalat na screenshots na di umano humihingi si Edward Farda ng mga personal bank account ng mga division superintendents. Ewan ko kung nakita nyo na. Allegedly, para may ibibigay, ipapadala silang pera sa kanila. Hindi ko verified. Nakita ko lang nandun yung pangalan niya, nandun yung discussion. Saka-sakali lang, may alam po ba kayo dito?
Wala po, Your Honor. I am not aware of that. Is that a text?
Chat group discussion.
No, Your Honor, I'm not aware.
Sa tingin nyo po, sa inyong pagkakakilala, si Edward man or si Sunshine Fajarda gagawin ang naturang instruction na magbigay ng instruction sa mga division superintendents?
Your Honor, I have no personal knowledge as regards that. Ay, hindi ko po nakatrabaho si Mr. Fajarda.
Pero ano po ang posisyon niya ni Mr. Fajarda at the moment? Ano po ang designation niya ni Mr. Fajarda, Mr. Chair?
Maybe we can have Director Lin confirm this, ma'am. Sir, for a moment.
Hindi ba silang dalawa ngayon ulit ay mula sa Department of Education nandun na ulit sa nilipat sa Office of the Vice President? Tama po ba?
Yes, Your Honor.
So hindi nyo masasabi dapat na hindi nyo nakatrabaho ang dalawa kasi kayo po ang Chief of Staff ng...
Si Attorney Sunshine, Your Honor, is one of our directors.
Okay.
But Mr. Fajarda has no direct dealing with my office, Your Honor. So hindi ko pa siya literally nakakatrabaho.
Noted on that answer.
GST.
Nung mga naunang pagdinig, Attorney Lopez, ngayon po, ibabalik ko lang po yung mga sagot po ninyo. Na-confirm po ninyo na kilala nyo si Gina Acosta, tama po ba?
Yes.
Kilala nyo si Sunshine
Yes.
Fajardo?
Fajarda.
Fajarda?
Yes,
Si
sir.
Edward Fajarda.
Yes.
Magkakakilala ang tatlong tao na tanging may hawak ng confidential funds both ng Office of the Vice President at ng DepEd. Tama po ba?
Yes, Your Honor.
So ulitin ko lang para sa kalinawan ng lahat, kino-confirm nyo na magkakakilala itong tatlong tao na may control or discretion sa disbursement ng confidential funds ng OVP at ng Department of Education?
Your Honor, Mr. Chair, given that we're all working in the same office, it is safe to assume, Your Honor, na magkakakilala na po sila.
But would you also confirm na magkakakilala sila even before when they were assigned or they were employed by either the Office of the Vice President or the Department of Education?
I cannot confirm that, Your Honor.
Pero sinabi niyo pa lang po, ma'am, na kanina na pareho silang nagtrabaho sa City Government of Davao.
Yes, Your Honor. Si Sunshine at saka si Ma'am Gina siguro at one point nagkita kasi galing po sila sa Davao.
At malamang naman siguro magkakilala si Sunshine at si Edward kasi mag-asawa po sila.
Opo.
Okay.
Pero as regards Gina and Mr. Edward, I'm not sure. But Gina and Sunshine, Attorney Sunshine,
At ang
yes.
pang-apat na tao na nakakakilala sa kanilang tatlo ay kayo po, di po ba?
Yes, kilala ko po sila.
Maliban po din sa Vice Presidente po. Tama po ba?
Yes, Your Honor.
Masasabi ba natin na kasi hindi ho birong halaga yung pinag-uusapan natin sa disbursement ng confidential funds. At kahit ho kayo, inamin nyo po at paulit-ulit yung sinasabi na kayo po ay walang alam sa detalye ng disbursement. Tama po ba?
That is correct, Your Honor.
So ibig sabihin kung ano mang instruction sa disbursement na binigay sa dalawang SDO ay nanggaling lamang sa pangalawang Pangulo. Tama po ba?
Your Honor, I have no personal knowledge kung saan galing yung kanilang instruction.
So ibig
I can-
sabihin, kasi ganito yun ma'am Mr. Chair. If it's not coming from you, where is it coming from?
Your Honor, I can only answer for myself. It is not coming
But
from
you were chief of staff, ma'am. I was a chief of staff. Di ba? Lahat ng nangyayari, hindi pwedeng, minsan niya, ikaw pang nag-i-initial, lahat ng pipirma ng principal. Di ba? And I'd like to believe, because the designation of a special disbursing officer requires the payment of fidelity bonds. Procedurally, such designation should have come under your supervision. Tama po ba, ma'am?
No, Sir, the matter of fidelity bonds, I think it went through the finance cluster.
But of course, who would have endorsed it to them? You mean si Finance Cluster, ginawa lang nila on their own volition?
I did not endorse the bonded officers, Your Honor.
No, what I'm saying is, gagawin lang ba yon ng Finance Cluster even without your permission, without your endorsement, na ito ang gagawin nating supervising disbursement officer? So ang nagdesisyon lang nun, nakunan sila ng fidelity bond, ang Finance Cluster lang?
Your Honor, as stated earlier, I was not the one who designated them as SDO. So these are documents.
So sino pang nag-designate sa kanilang SDO ulit, ma'am?
The head of agency, Your Honor.
So, okay. Attorney Sanchez, kinausap ka ba ni VP Sara na ayusin yung fidelity bond ni Miss Acosta?
Mr. Chair, can I respond?
Yes.
Tony Sanchez.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, whenever there is a special order designating special disbursing officers in the Office of the Vice President, it is incumbent upon the finance cluster to arrange and to obtain the fidelity bond, Mr. Chair. So we relied on the issued special order designating Ms. Acosta as the special disbursing officer.
So sino po, Attorney Sanchez, Mr. Chair, ang nagpadala ng special order sa inyo?
Mr. Chair, it was released through the Central Records Unit, Mr. Chair. Naka-number na siya as a special order. So we took that as para it triggered the for our division, for the accounting division to process the fidelity bonding, Mr. Chair.
Ibig sabihin, Attorney Sanchez, you just processed it on the presumption that it went through the regular channels.
Yes, Mr. Chair, because it was through our Central Records Unit, Mr.
And
Chair.
based on your knowledge, based on your experience, such records, such documents would have been released only after approval by the Office of the Vice President or the Vice President herself.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
In that case, the administrative head of the Office of the Vice President is the Chief of Staff, di ba?
The administrative, I am the Director for Administrative Service, Mr. Chair.
But what I mean is, who do you report to?
The Assistant Chief of Staff, Mr. Chair.
Where do the Chief of Staff report to? The Deputy Assistant Chief of Staff?
The Chief of Staff, Mr. Chair.
Ultimately, if you follow procedure, all documents released and signed upon by the Vice President in ordinary course of things should have been cleared by the Chief of Staff. Di po ba?
I have no specific knowledge on that matter. If all the documents are coursed through the Chief of Staff,
Alam mo,
Mr. Chair.
Ibig sabihin, si VP Sara mismo ang nagbibigay, si VP Sara mismo ang nagpapadala ng mga special orders.
Mr. Chair, there are other administrative officers in the Office of the Vice President.
But who presents it for the signature of the Vice President?
I am not.
Attorney Lopez, who presents documents for the signature of the Vice President?
That particular document, Your Honor, it was not from the Office of the Chief of Staff. That designating memo.
But I'm asking another question, ma'am.
Yes.
Who presents documents for signature of the Vice President?
The Office of the Chief of Staff, Your Honor, we prepare it.
Correct.
In
Diba?
some cases, correct.
So for this particular confidential fund, designation of SDO for confidential fund, hindi ho dumaan sa inyo.
Hindi po, Your Honor.
I will repeat it because you're under oath, ma'am.
Yes.
For the record, you did not present the document for the signature of the Vice President.
Yes, Your Honor.
You did not prepare the document designating the SDO of the Office of the Vice President.
No, Your Honor, I did not.
Have you subpoenaed, Mr. Chair, the copy of the special order? Because it should contain the initial underneath the signature. Because if we have not, I would like to move that we request for a copy of the special order. Because otherwise, Mr. Chair, I would be worried that somebody would be given the authority to disburse hundreds of millions of pesos and not have to go through ordinary processes. Kahit nga travel order, kailangan initialan ng Chief of Staff eh. Travel order lang yun.
Your Honor, may I answer?
Please, Attorney
Mr. Chair,
Lopez.
Mr. Chair, yes. As mentioned, the matter of travel orders, there are only certain travel orders that I sign because there's a delegation of authority
But
in our
nonetheless,
office.
Madam Attorney Lopez, nonetheless, those delegation has been arranged with your agreement or with at least with your facilitation.
Yes.
So you cannot claim that delegation is proper here, di ba? Kasi ultimately, even the act of delegating has to be discussed with you. Tama po ba?
And there was a discussion, I'm sorry, Your Honor, just for point of clarification. We are referring to the delegation of authority as regards travel issuances? Or are we referring to...
No, ordinary documents, ma'am, that require the signature of, like we're just using an example, the travel... kasi kung ang travel authority nga, kailangan ng knowledge, is issued with the knowledge of the Chief of Staff, paano mo kami mapapaniwala na ang special order authorizing someone to handle and disburse hundreds of millions of pesos did not go through you, ma'am? Either you're stupid, ma'am, or you're lying. Sorry, nadadala lang ako. Di ba?
Uh,
Kasi nag-chief of staff ako eh. Lahat to ng dinadaan, pipirmahan, kasi either ang principal ko ang kulong o ako ang kulong. Kasi ako ang mag-i-initial eh. And we're not talking about as an ordinary designation. This is SDO. This is an SDO designation, and now we've come to know that they use almost 500 million pesos.
Your Honor, respectfully, that was a document, that was not a document that was prepared by my office.
Sobrang confidential naman ng funds na yan, ma'am. Pati designation, confidential din.
As mentioned earlier, Your Honor, ang my task really as the Chief of Staff and as Undersecretary was to handle all the socio-economic programs of the office. It's a day-to-day operations thing, oversight of all the divisions, the employees of the OVP, Your Honor.
But it is also not the case that when you're chief of staff, even if you would handle ordinary administrative, as you mentioned, you also have to understand the point and direction of all these administrative decisions, di ba?
Your Honor, ang sinasabi ko naman lang po is that that particular document, the designation was not prepared by the Office of the Chief of Staff, did not go through me. So I really have no information as regards that.
Anyway, sorry kanina,
Yun
Attorney
lang.
Lopez, so, medyo nadala lang ako, pero eto na
No
lang.
need for name calling sana, sir.
Sa tingin niyo po,
My request.
ang tatlong individual na to, na mention kanina, Attorney Lopez, si Fajarda, si Sunshine, si Edward, at si Gina Acosta. Kikilos ba ng mga to? Kasi sabi mo walang instruction from you. Sa inyong pagkakakilala sa kanila, kikilos ba sila? Gagawa ba sila ng kahit anong hakbang na walang instruction mula sa inyo o sa pangalawang Pangulo?
I can only answer for Miss Gina Acosta, Your Honor, because she is under the Office of the Chief of Staff doing certain tasks.
Well, she worked without the Vice President's instructions.
As regards, I cannot say, Your Honor, because I am really
Okay,
not
I will qualify I will revise the question. Should she act without kasi wala ka naman eh, out of the picture ka. In your estimation as Chief of Staff, should she act without the instruction of the Vice President? Kasi kung hindi ka rin kasama, baka si Gina Pardo talaga ang nagtago nung nag-disburse lang, kanya lang, di ba?
Your Honor, given that she was designated as an SDO, she will get her instructions from the one who designated her as a SDO.
Okay. Hindi ko ako abogado, ma'am, pero ang sagot niyo po, abogado talaga, ano? Ito na lang. Kikilos pa, gagalaw ba si Ginang Acosta ng dapat bang gumalaw o kumilos o magdesisyon si Ginang Acosta na walang pahintulot o instructions mula sa pangalawang Pangulo?
Hindi po.
Tama. Salamat po for that answer. Pwede ba nating masabi, ma'am, na dahil matagal nang magkakakilala itong tatlong tao, magkilala din ninyong kayo, kilala din ni Vice President, pwede ba nating masabi na sa usapin ng confidential funds, the act of one is the act of all?
Your Honor, as I mentioned, I can only answer for myself. No, I am not privy to anything as regards the disbursement, utilization of the confidential funds.
Kung hindi po kayo privy sa utilization ng confidential funds, paano niyo po ma-establish yung boundaries ng liquidation at kayo pa po ang nagsulat sa Commission on Audit tungkol dito?
Oo. As I mentioned earlier, Your Honor, these were documents and attachments presented and prepared by Mr. Lemuel Ortonio.
Ma'am, as a lawyer and as a chief of staff of the Vice President, hindi ba sa tingin ninyo, in your judgment, etong mga arrangements na to na medyo sabihin na lang natin unorthodox, no? Ito ang nagresulta ng kakulangan po ng transparency sa paggamit at pag-disburse ng confidential funds. In your judgment, ma'am, you know, you're not the only agency that has confidential funds. And we did not see these problems in other agencies. But can you at least acknowledge that all this trying to find ways of compartmentalizing, of skirting procedure, have contributed to, at least na lang ma'am, to that impression that there is a lack of transparency in the disbursement of confidential funds, that you could have done better in the use of confidential funds?
Your Honor, Mr. Chair, that is the case and the situation in the Office of the Vice President, Your Honor. There are things that I am not privy to. It is compartmentalized kind of tasking. I was only really confined to my tasks, which I mentioned earlier, Your Honor, which is really running the operation side of the Office of the Vice President, ensuring that our programs are institutionalized, it is implemented across the country. Yun po yung ang main task ko.
Did
I was
any of
not
your-
really given information or was not made privy to that.
For the record lang, Attorney Lopez, did any of your programs, projects that you implemented, any of these projects, were this funded by the confidential funds? For the record.
Your Honor, no. There is a budget allotted for our socioeconomic
Klaro yun, Mama.
programs.
So, lahat yun, walang serbisyo sa bayan. Walang serbisyo, walang social service na napondohan galing sa 600 billion or 500 billion ba, o 500 million ba, na na-assign sa confidential funds.
None, Your Honor, because all our projects have allotted, all our socioeconomic programs have different allotments
Correct.
in the budget.
Kasi regular item yon sa office, di ba? So itong 600 million or 500 million in the case of the OBP were for items that were never part of assistance programs, nothing to do with helping the people. Tama po ba?
None, Your Honor, for a regular program.
Thank you for that clarification, Attorney Lopez. Mr. Chair, kanina pa sinasabi pa ulit-ulit ni Attorney Lopez na compartmentalized ang trabaho ng Office of the Vice President at mga nasabing tao na pinangalanan natin. Hindi niya alam ang detalye ng disbursement ng mga confidential funds. Ngunit hindi natin makakaila na merong klarong koneksyon ang mga katauhan na in charge sa paggamit at pag-disburse ng confidential funds na posibleng maging rason o dahilan ng kakulangan ng accountability sa usaping ito. 3 tao lamang, Mr. Chair, 3 tao lamang na magkakakilala, magkakaibigan, magkakapamilya ang magkaroon ng kontrol sa halos kalahating bilyong pera ng bayan. Ulitin ko lang ho, Mr. Chair, para mag-sink in po sa ating mga resource person at mga members ng committee. Hinayaan, pinahintulutan at itinalaga ng tanggapan ng pangalawang Pangulo ang 3 tao at 3 tao lamang ang na magkakakilala, magkakaibigan at magkakapamilya ang kontrol sa pondong ating tinitignan. May manifestation sana ako, Mr. Chair. Ako naman yung last, no? Meron pa isa. Pero pwede pa.
Yes.
Manifestation.
Okay, please state your manifestation.
For the manifestation, of course, with the indulgence of Congressman Jude, I think dala ng emosyon kanina, meron po siyang nabanggit na hindi magandang salita. So with the permission of Kong Jude, maybe we can strike that word out and just replace it na lang with another word. Just so that we can control the narrative and the way we handle ourselves and the decorum na instead of the word that you use, maybe we can replace it with something else like incompetent or something like
Just
that.
strike out.
I
With the-
submit
with the-
I submit to the committee, Mr. Chair.
Thank you very
There's a
much.
motion by the
Second.
Honorable Deputy Speaker to strike out the word. Sasabihin ko pa ba? As stated a while ago by Congressman Jude Asidre, is there a second to the motion? Any objection? Hearing none, the motion is carried. Please state your manifestation.
Mr. Chair, mula pa sa simula, malinaw na ang layunin ng investigasyong ito. Alamin ang katotohanan sa likod ng questionabling confidential funds na inilaan para sa tanggapan ng pangalawang Pangulo at sa kagawaran ng edukasyon. Maraming katanungan ang bumabalot sa isyong ito. Tama ba na bigyan ng confidential funds ang mga tanggapan ito? Tama ba na ang pinaglaanan sa pondong ito? Ngunit sa huli, ang pinakamahalagang tanong, nagamit ba sa tama ang pera ng bayan? Hindi po makakaila na ito po ay isang inquiry in aid of legislation. At kailangan masagot ang mga critical na katanungan. Sino, paano, at para saan maaaring gamitin ang confidential funds? Subalit sa halip na malinawagan, mas dumami pa ang ating mga agam-agam. Bakit tila magkakaiba ang mga pahayag ng iba't ibang ahensya tungkol sa paggamit ng confidential funds, lalong-lalo na sa Youth Leadership Summit? Bakit hinayaan ng Commission ng Audit na tanggapin ang mga questionable dokumento para sa liquidation ng pondo? At higit sa lahat, ito ang tanong ng bayan, sino nga ba si Mary Rose Piatos? Mary Grace Piatos. Ang mga tanong na ito ay hindi maaaring ipagwalang bahala. Ang bawat isa ay naglalatag ng mas malalim na isyu. Naaayon ba talaga sa batas ang paggamit ng confidential funds? At kung hindi, ninakaw ba ang confidential funds? Sa isang nakaraang pagdinig, sinabi ni Atty. Mike Poa, mismong dating Chief of Staff at tapagsalita ng dalawang Pangulo, na 3 tao lamang ang may kabatiran kung paano ginamit ang confidential funds. Ang mga Special Disbursement Officers, sila Gina Acosta ng OVP, Edward Pajarda ng DepEd, si Atty. Zulaika Lopez, ang Chief of Staff, at syempre ang mismong pangalawang Pangulo. Tanging sila at sila lamang ang maaaring makakapagbigay linaw sa usaping ito. Ngunit ano ang naging tugon sa paanyaya ng committee ito? Maliban kay Atty. Lopez na kasama natin ngayon, tumanggi silang humarap sa committee ito. Minsan mayroong dumating, pero hindi man lamang nagnasang manumpa na magsabi ng katotohanan. Ang iba pilit nagtatago at iniiwasan ang ating pagdinig. Sa halip, iniwan nilang harapin ang mga tanong ng mga career officials, mga lingkod bayan, na based sa sinabi nila nung nakaraang pagdinig, wala silang kinalaman o direktang kaalaman sa paggamit ng confidential funds. Alam mo, last hearing pa po, Mr. Chair, ito po ay aking napansin at napakasahit isipin na iniwan ang mga lingkod bayan na ating mga career officials na magpaliwanag ng pondong hindi nila nakita ni hindi nila nagamit. Parang naiwan sa ere ang ating mga career officials na halos buong buhay na nila ay nilaan sa paglilingkod bayan. Ang tanong, bakit? Ano ang kinakatakutan ng mga opisyal na may direktang kaalaman dito? Hindi ko maiwasang isipin kung ganito ba kababa ang tingin o ang trato ng naturang head of agency sa mga career officials sa kanilang ahensya. O di kaya sa tingin ba nila, hindi karapat-dapat na malaman ng taong bayan ang katotohanan. Nitong nakaraang pagdinig na tanong ko po sa ating mga panauhin, ating mga career officials at nandito po sila at sinang-ayunan nila ako na kahit ano pa ang kanilang pagnanais at pagsisikap na sundin ng mga batas at alituntunin sa tamang paggamit ng pera ng bayan, mananaig pa rin din sa huli ang patnubay at desisyon ng mga nakakataas at sa puntong ito ang mismong pangalawang Pangulo ng ating bansa. Ang bawat piso ng confidential funds, Mr. Chair, ay pera ng bayan. Ang patuloy na pag-iwas at pagtangging humarap sa mga sanay may kinalaman at may tungkulin sa pondong ito, sa komiting ito, ay isang insulto sa mandato nilang maglingkod ng may katapatan. Hindi po biro ang halagang pinag-uusapan natin dito. Lampas kalahating bilyong piso. Ang 150 million confidential fund ng DepEd, halimbawa, ay tila walang malinaw na plano kung paano ito gagamitin at walang konkretong dokumento o ebidensya kung paano ito ginastos. Kung ginamit ito ayon sa mandato ng DepEd, sana'y nakabili na tayo ng 150,000 na armchair, 3 milyong libro, o 4,286 na laptops para sa ating mga guro at mag-aaral. Ngunit hindi ito ang nangyari. Sa halip, patuloy ang pananahimik, patuloy ang pag-iwas, patuloy ang kawalang respeto sa hangarin ng kumiting ito na alamin ang katotohanan. Sa halip na sagutin ang mga tanong ng sambayanan, mas pinili nilang talikuran ang kanilang sinumpang tungkulin, ang pangalaga ng pera ng bayan. Hinihikayat ko, Mr. Chair, na kahit minsan hindi natin nakukuha ang mga sagot na gusto nating malaman sa ating mga resource person, ay wag ho tayong tumigil, wag ho tayong mapagod hanggang mailabas sa katotohanan at magkaroon ng kasagutan ang mga tanong ng sambayanan na nanatiling matalim at mariin. Nasaan na po ang confidential funds? Sino po si Mary Grace Piatos? At higit sa lahat, sino po ang nagnakaw ng pera ng bayan? Maraming salamat po.
Thank you, Congressman Jude Asidre. The chair would like to recognize the next and the last interpellator, the Honorable Congresswoman Franz Castro. The last but not the least.
Yes. Thank you, Mr. Chair. So, unahin ko muna, Mr. Chair, yung parang ano tayo dito, no? Siyam na oras na tayo nakaupo dito. At parang napuspos na no, yung mga tanong natin. Except for dun sa talagang yung totoong resource person na dapat na siya yung nakakaalam no, na dapat na magpaliwanag dito. But anyway, Mr. Chair, doon sa 125 na confidential funds, Mr. Chair, I would like to ask the COA doon sa payments on the rental of safe houses. There are 34 acknowledgement receipts. Tama po.
Attorney Camora, you're recognized.
Tama po, Mr. Chair.
A total of 16 million pesos. Tama po.
Tama po, Mr. Chair.
Ito po, Mr. Chair, no, mula December 21, 2022 up to December 31, 2022. So, 11 days na ginastos para sa mga safe houses. At nakita natin dito, Mr. Chair, no, yung mga kapuna-puna na mga observations dito. At kung aanalisihin natin ay baka nga, no, di natin alam saan napunta itong mga amount na ito. Kasama ba yung 16 million sa notice of disallowance, Mr. Chair? COA.
Mr. Chair, parang hindi na po yata siya kasama.
Yes. Pero kung papansinin natin, Mr. Chair, dito sa summary ng expenses doon sa safe house, like for example, December 21, 3 acknowledgement receipts yan, totaling to 1.1 million. In December 22, totaling to 1.7 million, apat yan na safe houses. In December 23, we have 2 acknowledgement receipt equals 1 million. Meron tayong December 24, dalawang acknowledgement receipt, which is 600,000. December 26, Mr. Chair, mukhang ito yung isa sa pinakamalaki no, na bayad sa safe houses. 1 million sa isang tao lang. No, 1 million. And then December 27, totaling to 3.45 million o 3.450 million. Okay, so ilan to? 2, 4, 6, 7. 7 na mga safe houses yan. And then December 28, Mr. Chair, meron tayong 2.850 million na gastos para sa safe houses. 2, 4, 5. Okay? 5 people, no? Merong mga unreadable. Okay, in December 29, Mr. Chair, meron tayong 2.450 million. December 30, dalawa po, Mr. Chair, 1.1 million. December 31, 500 million. By the way, take note, December 28, merong 1 million na safe house. No, total doon. And then undated, merong 250,000, Mr. Chair. So meron dito, Mr. Chair, no, may mga pangalan. Okay? May mga pangalan yan. Pero merong unreadable, 8 yan na mga unreadable, merong hindi permado. So, ang tanong ko po sa COA, hindi nyo to nasama no, sa notice of disallowance. Pero halimbawa po, etong December 21, merong 500 pesos na ibinayad sa araw na yon para sa safe houses. Tingin niyo po ba makatotohanan yon? Ilang bang safe houses yon? Isa? Ilan po? Nandoon ba sa report?
Wala po, Mr. Chair. Kung ano po yung nasa acknowledgement receipt,
Yung sa 34.
Yun po yung information.
Wala siyang
Available.
breakdown kung ilang mga safe houses yon.
Wala po, Mr. Chair.
500,000 isang. So we assume, Mr. Chair, isang safe house yan.
Yes,
You
Mr.
assume?
Chair.
So you assume isang safe house yan.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Etong December 26, 1 million. So you assume isang safe house din yan.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Etong December 28 na 1 million, you assume din na isang safe house yan.
Since wala pa talagang
Okay.
indication.
December 29, 750,000. Isang safe house din yan. Tama?
Yes po. Wala nga pong indication sa
Yes.
acknowledgement receipt.
So, hindi niyo sinama ito sa notice of disallowance. Hindi ba kayo nagtaka dito sa mga amount na ito na, Mr. Chair, ito lang kahit na 250,000, makakabili ka na ng isang bahay doon, di ba? Pero rent ng safe house. So ano ba ibig sabihin ng rent ng safe houses? Anong kasama doon?
Rentals and incidentals po based on the joint circular. Rentals of safe houses, Mr. Chair.
Okay, yung rental sa isang araw, 1 million. Kasama doon yung mga incidentals.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
So hindi kayo nagtaka doon?
At
You
that
just
time-
accepted the acknowledgement receipt on face value.
Yes, Mr. Chair. At
Yes,
that
so
time po,
yun ang problema natin dyan, Mr. Chair. Did you attempt na mag-imbestiga po dito? Kahit na sa isang sa isang date lang, nag-attempt po ba kayo na tukuyin itong mga to?
Mr. Chair, at that time, hindi po na-raise naman po na red flag siya sa amin. But then, yun nga po, as you have stated kanina, based on inputs din po sa mga hearings, part po ng magiging review namin is itong sa safe house rentals. And maybe subject to supplemental NS or ND po.
Yes, kasi dito kasi parang hindi ka panipaniwala din eh. May impossibility
Yes,
na may
Mr.
ganyang
Chair.
rerentahan ka ng house with those amenities, kung talagang may mga special amenities yan, yung informant i-house mo sa ganyang kagarbo.
Opo. At that
Na-
time po kasi ang idea po yata ng auditors is yung safety ng mga i-house sa safe house, yung immediate na yung matatransfer po sila in case ma-compromise po sila. So at the time po, mga ganun po yung mga idea. But yun nga po sabi namin na we will look further po.
Well, malinaw yung sa JC, di ba? Rental of
Rental.
safe houses. Wala pong nakalagay doon nung pagsi-safety nung kanilang rental.
Yes.
So specific naman nung nakalagay sa JC. Kaya inaano natin dito, with all the amenities, yung physical na bahay yan or rent, so masyadong malaki, no?
Yes,
So kailangan natin. Mr. Chair, etong mga nakalagay na mga pirma, mga pangalan na ito, pwede po natin, may I move that we could check this with the PSA kung existence pa ba ito. Kasi baka ito katulad din ni Piatos, at iba pa, Mary Grace Piatos, at iba pa. So pwede ba natin, Mr. Chair, na maisama rin ito doon sa pag-check natin on a motion?
There's already an
Okay.
existing motion and it was already ruled by the chair.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chair. No? At saka itong mga unreadable na ito. Paano kaya, Mr. Chair, itong mga unreadable na to? Sa COA po. Meron po dito kasi mga unreadable na mga pangalan na in-accept din ninyo as is.
Yes po.
So ano pong recourse nyo doon?
Pag-aaralan po namin, Mr. Chair, kung paano namin po mahigpitan po yung sa DEP's
So
sa
kukunin nyo yung pangalan?
documentary evidence of payments.
Kukunin nyo yung pangalan?
Possible po na pag hindi namin ma-verify talaga yung name is i-end din na po namin sila.
Ano ibig sabihin? Okay.
I-part po
Okay.
na ng
Thank
notice
you.
of disallowance.
Okay, thank you. At saka ito din kung existing itong mga pangalan na ito.
Opo.
Okay, so 16 million din yan. Okay, next. Kumusta po si Attorney Lopez? Kasi tayo kayo ng tayo. Understandable naman kung meron kayong dito, no?
Scoliosis,
At,
Your Honor.
at sa loob ng 9 na oras, very cool din kayo sa
Thank you.
pagsagot.
Thank you.
Okay, so tayo po, ginagawa lang natin yung trabaho natin. So naiintindihan po natin yun, di ba? Attorney.
Yes, ma'am. We
Okay.
understand.
Dito sa letter, alam nyo, parehas talaga kami ng line of thought ni General Acop Representative Acop, yung mga tanong niya, natatanong niya na dito sa letter na ito. Except for doon sa binanggit yung pangalan ko. Okay, so ito doon sa fourth, in-emphasize pa, Madam Chair, Mr. Chair, for the sake of exposure. Ang tanong ko lang kay Attorney Lopez, Mr. Chair, napapanood niyo po ba ako or nasusubaybayan niyo po ba yung mga nire-raise ng representasyong ito sa mga budget hearing?
Hindi po lahat, pero may mga instances,
Yes.
Your Honor, Mr. Chair.
So nasusubaybayan niyo po ba yung posisyon ng Makabayan Black sa confidential funds?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ano po yon kung alam niyo?
That certain agencies should only be given, should only be allotted confidential funds. Not all agencies. Am
No.
I right? I'm sorry.
Medyo kulang. So, ang posisyon po ng Makabayan dyan, pati ng kinatawang ito, ay i-abolish talaga ang confidential funds. Dahil, eto na nga, no? This is it. Nakikita na natin kung paano nagagamit, no? O paano siya nami-misuse. Based naman dito sa mga nakikita na natin. Okay, so sinasabi ni Attorney Lopez, Mr. Chair, for the sake of exposure. So ano po yung ibig sabihin nun? Bakit parang in-emphasize nyo pa na ako ay ni-raise ko itong confidential fund for the raise of exposure? Anong tingin nyo mapapala ko na i-raise ko to for the sake of exposure?
Respectfully, Your Honor, Mr. Chair, may I be recognized?
You are recognized, Attorney Lopez.
Thank you, Sir Chua. Ma'am, as mentioned earlier, the letter that we have submitted is a mere request to the Commission on Audit.
Yeah.
It is a simple statement of our position, given that there is a ongoing audit investigation on the confidential funds.
No, you're not responsive, Mr. Chair,
Okay.
doon sa tanong ko. So, anong mapapala ko lang doon sa sinasabi nyo na, at in-emphasize nyo pa for the sake of exposure. No? The only purpose mentioned is to expose to the public the use of confidential funds. So, the only purpose ay, i-expose ko lang yan? Tingin mo, wala akong dahilan. Bakit natin nire-raise itong confidential funds?
Hindi naman po, Your Honor. Ito lang po yung position namin as an office. Hindi naman namin sinasabi na wala po kayong purpose. Except,
To expose it.
no, in this case kasi, Your Honor, the premise is that hindi pa po final yung findings ng audit investigation. So, we feel that it was not the right time to release it because it was inconclusive. It was not final. Yun naman po. But it is not to say, Your Honor, that you have no purpose.
Yes.
Really, at the
Oo.
end of the day, meron po kayong position. I understand that as member of the Makabayan, sorry, Your Honor. Makabayan Block.
Yes. As member of the Makabayan, mula pa nung panahon ni former representative sa Turo Ocampo, against na kami sa mga confidential funds, sa mga iba't ibang funds na walang control, no, yung ating taong bayan. Kaya yung pag-expose natin ng confidential funds, hindi lang yan sa panahon namin. At nakita naman natin yung mga experience niyan. Instead, di ba, kung meron tayong confidential funds, ibigay yan doon sa mas tangible na mga projects, mapapakinabangan ng taong bayan, di ba? So, yun po yung ano namin doon. At hindi yung dahil in-expose lang natin. Kasi meron din kasing statement si Vice President, with due respect, na ginamit itong confidential funds, no? At napag-usapan namin with the speaker, walang ganon. For the record, Mr. Chair, no? Walang ganon na etong confidential funds kaya daw in-expose ni France o kaya in-expose ng Makabayan dahil meron kaming kontsabahan ng speaker or leadership. Walang ganon, no? Nakita niyo naman, no? Bakit natin expose ito? Dahil may nakita tayong notice of disallowance at bukod pa dun sa purpose natin na syempre hindi dapat nagkakaroon ng confidential funds. So, yun po, no? Para on the record, malinaw lang yung posisyon ng Makabayan at ng kinatawang ito dito sa confidential funds at walang kinalaman si Speaker, with due respect, no, kung bakit namin ini-expose yung confidential funds. O baka naman isipin na naman ni Vice President na pinagtatanggol natin ng speaker. Wala pong ganon, no? Dito sa Kongreso, magkakaiba man kami ng position dito sa Kongreso, we respect each other's political position, political belief, no? So, talagang ganun na, kasi iba-iba talaga pinanggagalingan. Okay, so gusto ko lang malaman, di ba? Gusto ko lang din dinawin yung point na yon. Well, ako rin, Mr. Chair, ako rin yung nag-motion for subpoena duces tecum dito sa confidential na 125, kung natatandaan niyo po, no? At ang reason doon ay dahil meron tayong nakuhang ND, Notice of Disallowance. At tama naman, at tingin niyo ba, may karapatan ang mamamayan na malaman nila itong pinagkakagastusan ng confidential funds. Na sinabi ko naman doon sa, when we hear the budget of the COA that time.
Your Honor, the agency errs on the side of prudence because according to the JC Memorandum Circular, this is information that is only given to certain agencies. Yun lang naman ang
Yes.
position namin. We just
Kaya-
want to be on the prudent side of releasing information.
Yes. Kaya nga, in aid of legislation, binuksan natin itong issue ng confidential funds. Wala pa ang VP, wala pa ang OVP, ay issue na natin itong confidential funds. Kaya gusto natin talagang mabago, no? Yung pagtingin dito sa confidential funds. Okay, Mr. Chair, nung tinanong natin during the budget hearing of the OVP, yung tungkol sa, ako yung first na nagtanong doon sa budget hearing ng budget ng OVP. Did you remember that, Mr. Chair? Nandun ka sa likod ni VP.
Opo,
Oo,
yes,
nandun
yes.
ka sa likod ni VP. At talaga namang hindi ako satisfied kasi wala naman siyang sinagot. 2 linya lang yung mga sinabi niya, di ba? So, hindi ako satisfied talaga. Okay, Mr. Chair. So, yun lang, no? Gusto ko lang linawin yung ano ba yung position namin sa confidential funds? Ano ba yung papel dito ni Speaker? No, walang papel whatsoever si Speaker doon sa pag-ano namin, pagbusisi namin sa confidential funds. Hindi lang naman OVP. Kung mapapakinggan nyo ko, ang makabayan, hindi lang confidential funds ng OVP ang kinikriticize namin. Tama? Okay, so, Mr. Chair, kanina pa kasi, na tinatanong natin si Attorney Lopez na sinasabi niya parang wala siyang alam sa confidential funds. Not until na sinabi ng ating si DS Suarez, yung tungkol dun sa 2 letter, na ang ibig sabihin, meron siyang alam kahit papaano dito sa confidential funds. Pero kung di pa binrought out itong letter na to, na talagang kayo, yung nakapirma dito, ay talagang mukhang pangangatawanan ninyo, na wala talaga kayong alam. Tama ba yung impression ko?
Your Honor, wala po talaga akong alam as regards the disbursement, utilization.
Hindi. Hindi yun. Yung the whole, yung confidential funds. Kasi parang sinasabi mo kanina na labas ka doon sa confidential funds. Kasi from budgeting, kasi tinanong ko nung last meeting, si Mr. Tendo, Rabago, napag-usapan naman talaga ito, yung 125, na pagre-request, nung 125. So may alam ka doon.
Siguro ma'am, for the record, Mr. Chair, Your Honor, Mr. Chair.
Yes,
Oo.
please continue,
Ayun lang
Attorney
po yung
Lopez.
point of clarification. Ang point of clarification is that I am aware that in the budget of the OVP, meron po tayong confidential funds. Ang wala lang po akong direct or personal information is as regards the utilization, disbursement of
Well,
the said fund.
I respect your
Yun po
your
yung-
answer to that.
May clarification.
Pero
Oo.
you respect me also na hindi ako naniniwala.
I understand, Your Honor.
So naniniwala ka ba na yung confidential fund is a public fund? It is not private.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So lahat po ng public fund, according to the law, ay ino-audit yan. At tinitignan ko saan ginamit at dapat alam din ng bayan, ng taong bayan, saan niya napunta.
Yes, Your
Tama.
Honor.
Oo. Kaya walang confidential na nga, kino-confidential pa natin, yung paggasta nito. At sinasabi natin, kaya gusto natin baguhin yun Kung magtutuloy pa rin yung confidential fund, hindi lang dapat speaker, hindi lang dapat Senate President, hindi lang dapat agency ang nakakaalam nitong utilization ng confidential funds. At doon tayo nang gagaling, mabago yung mga But of course, ang position namin, i-abolish yan. Okay, Mr. Speaker, dahil dito sa sulat na to, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chair, sinasabi kasi dito sa sulat na ito na tama ba request lang sa COA na wag pagbigyan yung aming request for the subpoena?
It was really just a request directed to the Commission on Audit, Your Honor.
Pero Mr. Chair, on the second paragraph nung kanyang letter, yung letter po ni Attorney Lopez, nakalagay dito, we are of the position that the subject subpoena should not be complied with for the following reasons. Ayun, na-explain mo na yon. Ano po bang ibig sabihin ng should not? Are you commanding? Are you demanding the COA na wag sumunod doon sa subpoena duces tecum?
Your Honor, Mr. Chair,
Please continue, Attorney
yes,
Lopez.
if you read the entirety of the letter, it is really a respectful request sa Commission on Audit. We are not demanding them or instructing them. It is really a respectful request if you read in the
Well,
entirety.
Yes, oo. Pero pag should kasi parang demanding na yon, commanding na yon para sa akin, no?
And
Okay?
yes, and
Okay,
may I
so
also
kung-
add,
Yes, kung hindi ito demanding, commanding, parang siga-siga ba yung Office of the Vice President na utusan yung OVP,
Yung
utusan
COA.
ang COA na hindi kami sundin ang Congress or House of Representatives?
Your Honor, Mr. Chair, hindi po siga-siga ang OVP. It is really just a respectful request, Your Honor, for them to consider our position. Like all position papers filed, ito po yung we feel that these are the issues that we needed to raise. So,
Okay.
which we addressed to the Commission on Audit.
Okay. So kanina, Mr. Chair, no, binanggit na ng ating mga colleagues yung mga dahilan, no, kung bakit mali ang paniniwala ng Office of the Vice President, kung bakit we are holding a hearing in aid of legislation dahil sabi nila wala pa daw batas o wala pa daw panukalang batas. So kaya nga tayo nag-hear ng, 'di ba? Malinaw naman na 'yan. Pero dito sa letter na ito, Mr. Chair, may plano talaga ang Office of the Vice President na mag-interfere doon sa ating conduct ng ating proceedings. Dahil dito, Mr. Chair. At I'm sorry, Attorney Lopez, no, dahil ikaw yung nakapirma dito. And according to our rule, one of the reasons on the undue is the undue interference in the conduct of proceedings. So may I move, Mr. Chairs, na nag-violate si Attorney Lopez dito sa ating proceedings or doon sa ating trabaho due to this Section 11 Letter F, undue interference in the conduct of proceedings. May I move to cite Attorney Lopez in contempt, Mr. Chair? I move.
Mr. Chair, before you make the ruling,
Any second?
if I may be allowed,
Any second to the motion?
uh,
Duly seconded? Is there any objection? Hearing none, the
Honor.
motion is carried.
respectfully, it was not the intention of the Office of the Vice President to,
Attorney, you wait for me to acknowledge you.
okay, I'm sorry.
For that,
Apologize, Your Honor.
I move for 1 minute suspension.